Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a marathon of get it all done. I'm taking a lot of your advice and just resting for a while. We are 2 weeks postpartum yesterday. Today's Tuesday. So I just really need to rest and get healed up myself and just snuggle my baby. We know how fast those newborn days go. So I hope that you all enjoy this Get It All Done marathon. I downloaded my most popular Get It All Done videos and combined them into one. Whether you just like leave them on in the background for some motivation or sit there and watch some of it, I am just grateful that you are here and I hope that you enjoy this. How is my baby 2 weeks old already? Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to Sundays at Tiffany's. If you're new here, my name is Tiffany Beaston and every single Sunday I put up a motivational video to kind of just get you ready for the week ahead, whether it's cooking or cleaning, organizing, planning. We just do it all, and today is definitely one of those days where we are getting it all done. I promise this video will not disappoint you. It is 11 a.m. right now and I've already done a ton of stuff that I'll insert right here. But this morning I went and picked up groceries from Walmart, which was my first time doing it, and I'm really happy with that experience. Then I came home. I'll insert my little grocery haul here actually. I got some Jifs to go for snacks. Gluten-free cookies because I need them. We're gonna have make your own pizza night. So I got this. I already have mozzarella and pizza sauce. These little pumpkins to surprise the boys with later that we can paint. A yellow pepper, sweet potatoes, broccoli, asparagus, Brussels sprouts, coconut flour, chocolate chips. This is for my crock pot, chicken and potatoes and green beans. I love that. It's my new favorite thing now. Gluten-free pretzels. These are new. I'm trying these out. I never had them before. Same with these. I love the amount of carbs versus the amount of protein. And same with these. So this is 2 cheese mini enchiladas, and this is ricotta cheese and marinara. And then some cauliflower pizza. What I'm most excited for is this because we're gonna have a little pamper night tonight, and boy do I need it. Let's put everything away, make my little meal kits, barbecue, chicken and vegetable stuff, sweet potatoes, our pizzas, and then I'm gonna do something with the spaghetti squash, just not 100% sure what. If you're wondering what those little red baskets are, make sure to check out my mom hacks video, but those are my little meal baskets. So like I said, check out my mom hacks video if you're not sure what those red baskets are. But after that, I went through all of our Halloween decor. You know, we've already decorated for fall, but I promised the kiddos that they could help me decorate for Halloween. We decorate the front room for Halloween, and I know it's not even October yet, but we try to like do the holidays as long as possible because the kids love it and I love it too. So we're gonna be doing that today. We're gonna be decorating for Halloween, but I did go ahead and go through all of that stuff. And then I worked out, which is why I look like a sweaty hot mess, and I'm trying not to puke, to be honest, because that workout really kicked my butt today. I feel like the last 2 weeks I kind of fell off. Like I did a little bit, but I haven't really been counting macros anymore, watching what I eat. Chris bought me my favorite ice cream last night to surprise me, which was so sweet, but I'm feeling it today, which is fish food. By the way, it's like the best ice cream ever. But yeah, we are going to be doing a ton today, and let's get going because we have so much to do. So I am back home and I'm gonna go and throw a couple of things in the crock pot for dinner, as well as just do like a little bit of meal prep. Also guys, I tried to do the pull through braid, but I feel like I just look like a baby unicorn, and I'm gonna keep practicing. Stay tuned, it's gonna get better. So this is like my new favorite recipe. I showed this in my last dump and go crock pot video, but it's literally just some potatoes, some chicken breast, green beans, and a packet of ranch salad dressing, and that's it. It's so good. And then I'm just gonna make pulled barbecue chicken in here to have it for the week, and also for the kids, they'll eat that for dinner. So this is literally just chicken thighs and Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce. That's it. Put that in there. And then we're just gonna do high for 4 hours. And I need to get my nail fixed, and I'm glad I just remembered that. We're also doing this one on high for 4 hours as well. All right, so the kids are awake from their nap. Just rinsed off all of my produce to cut up. I'm gonna roast up some vegetables to have for the week, cut up our produce, and this is how I'm occupying them. Wow, you guys, these are looking awesome. Cooking! Wow, Tanner. so I just got done throwing things in the oven, cutting up some produce. I still have a few more things to make, but we're gonna break here and go decorate the front room with the kiddos because they're so excited, and so am I. love how the Halloween decorations came out so cute. Just like let them go ham with decorations. They haven't picked it out. This one is eating Brussels sprouts and asparagus and wiping it on me. Chris is giving the kids a bath and I'm staying down here to make some muffins. This is a new recipe. It's supposed to be like really healthy. It sounds delicious though, so I don't really know how it could go wrong because it's sounds like amazing. So let's go and make those muffins. I know you guys love my muffin recipes, so let's try this new one out. Okay, so for this recipe, I have about 3 mashed bananas, ½ cup of coconut flour, a ½ cup of peanut butter. You can use whatever kind, if you like almond butter better. This is a ½ teaspoon of vanilla. So this is a teaspoon of baking soda, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, some cinnamon. I did not measure that because I love cinnamon. And then, like I said over here, this is a ½ teaspoon of vanilla. And then you're also gonna need 1 egg. So I'm just gonna mix all the wet and then I'm gonna mix it in with the dry. This is what our barbecue chicken looks like, and I'm literally just going to stir it and it's going to shred. It's that time of night where I just like hit my wall. Just nursed Ella to sleep. That probably doesn't help, like being in her quiet dark room with the shusher on, but I just need to finish cleaning up the kitchen and then I'm gonna start like my self-care night, and I'm super excited about it. I also even booked a spray tan because I forgot that I have a photo shoot and I want to be tan for it. So I'm really pale right now because I haven't seen the sun in a while. As you can see what the weather is like right now. Kind of weak. I just combed my hair out, that's why it looks like this, but it is time for some self-care right now, and I feel like it's well deserved. I'm just going to be using these two today. Let me know if you want to see like a full-on pamper routine.
Perfect.
Alright guys, I just got to my sunless tanning appointment, my spray tan appointment. I'm excited because I just feel really good when I get a spray tan, and I don't do it often. I just do it for special occasions. And what I didn't tell you about this photo shoot that I'm doing was actually a woman who reached out to me who lives locally. She does photo shoots for everybody, like families and mommy and me, things like that, but she also does photo shoots just to like show moms in particular like how beautiful they are even after you know, giving birth and these huge body changes. And she's all about like body positivity and just like loving yourself. So I'm excited to see how this photo shoot goes. Another thing that I wanted to mention about, like, besides the fact that, you know, I always preach like it's so important to take a minute for yourself and to do self-care, even if it's just like taking a bath or reading a book, like something like when your kids go to sleep, because I know it's not easy to just like take time for yourself all the time. But something I noticed too was just like I'm so excited to listen to my playlist on Spotify on the way here, because I don't have to worry about listening to like Baby Shark or what the kids want to listen to. Like I can listen to my adult music, like little things like that just remind you that you're a person too, because I don't ever want to make motherhood seem like it's so hard or so horrible or anything like that. But I do think, you know, you kind of live your life for your kids. So like literally I will completely forget about myself until like my kids are completely taken care of, and then I'm like, oh yeah, I haven't eaten in like 6 hours, you know, just things like that. So it's nice sometimes to remember that you're a person too. And also I have a date to go out for a girls' night. I haven't done that, and I don't even remember the last time I'd done a girls' night. So I'm doing a girls' night that I put together for my sister's birthday. I'm looking forward to that. But I think like spending time with friends and loved ones, just remember who you are individually as well as who you are like with your kids and with your spouse. But yeah, that's the end of my rant. It's raining and I'm getting spray tan, so this should be interesting. I'll see you when I'm tanner. Guys, look what I just came home to. I just like packaged it all up and forgot. I was like, oh, I should show you guys. But I got this package from Lush. It was a complete surprise. I'm so excited. But these are bath bombs. How cute. And then like little bath scrubs, and I don't know why, but that just made me really excited. And now I'm sad that I got spray tanned because I want to take a bath. They smell amazing. Gotta hide these from the kids. Okay, getting shiny and getting tan, but back to reality. I'm going to mop down here and then do some stuff in my planner. It's a little after 8:30-ish. But the floor just got gross today between the kids. They're gross every single day, but it was also raining, so like the dogs were like tracking and stuff. So I'm gonna go mop. everyone, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome back to Sundays at Tiffany's. If you're new here, my name is Tiffany Beaston, and every Sunday I put up a video to motivate you for the week ahead. So first of all, I've already gotten like so much done this morning. It is 10:30 a.m. This one woke up at 5:30 a.m. so that's how I was able to accomplish so much. So I'm gonna insert that footage here. We did some laundry and put some clothes away. We also put some stuff in the crock pot, but I'll show you all of that right here. I even meal planned and placed my grocery pickup order, so we'll do that around 3 o'clock today, and I'll do like a little grocery haul and show you everything that I got from the grocery store. And right now Carter and I were going to go to my training, but she had to cancel last minute, so we're going to Dollar Tree instead. What are we going to look for here?
I'd be good. I can look at toys.
Yes, if you're good, you can look at toys, but what are we looking for our house?
Fall decorations.
Fall decorations. All right, let's go check it out and see if they have anything good. Should we get some pumpkins?
Pumpkins for Halloween.
Yeah. How many should we get?
3 for Ella, Tanner, and me.
Oh, that's a good idea. This is really cute. What, did something creep you out? Oh my goodness. What is it? It's a rat!
It's hard. It's the hard part off.
Yeah.
Going to the toy aisle.
You are?
Mm-hmm.
Carter. How was Dollar Tree? Was it good? Did you find any good fall stuff there? Yeah? Alright, so I'm home. As you saw, Carter and I went to Dollar Tree and we had like a little date. I have been promising him that we can have a date before he goes back to school, so we just went to Starbucks. I did stop at Big Lots because I thought they were going to have like a bunch of fall decor, but the pieces that I did like were like insanely expensive for what they were. There was like a little tiny glass pumpkin for $15, which honestly made no sense to me because I could get something like that from Pier 1 if I wanted to, but I went to Big Lots to get like cheap decor. Anyway, I'm just being honest because I don't like to spend a ton of money on like seasonal decor because I do change it every single year. So I like give it away to my family members or like sell it at a yard sale, whatever. But I don't like to spend like a ton of money because I don't keep the same stuff every single holiday. But anyway, came home, nursed Ella. I put the boys down. I still hear them though, but the butternut squash is completely done. This is the first time I've ever done it this way. I literally just put it in the crock pot and put it on high for 4 hours, and it's so soft, which is what was supposed to happen, because if you've ever worked with butternut squash before, it's really hard to work with. Even, you know, you put it in the microwave and then you cut it, and it's just like a bunch of steps, but literally put it in the crock pot and all of it's soft. So I'm gonna let it cool down and then peel it, and we're gonna make butternut squash mac and cheese. You can see here, like I poked it to see, but completely like perfect. So I'm just gonna let it cool off in here. So I'm boiling some water and then I'm gonna cook this penne. So not technically macaroni, but penne. Just gonna slice this open. See how easily it cuts? This is like the way to go for sure. I also wanted to mention that before I placed my pea pod order, I sat down this morning and planned like a ton of crock pot meals to do a new video. So all next week I'm going to be recording like every single crock pot meal we make. So I also did that today. So now I'm just adding in the butternut squash. what it looks like here. I'm just gonna add a little bit of milk. And do this all just like by texture. So like if it looks like it needs more liquid, add more liquid. If you like a lot of butter or milk, you like less squash, just make it however you want to do it. Just adding a tablespoon of butter. We'll melt that in. Some pepper. Not too much because I'm trying to get my kids to eat it. We'll see how that goes. And then some cheddar cheese. And I'm gonna leave, like I'm not gonna put too much in because I'm gonna top it with cheddar cheese before I bake it too. Right now I'm just trying to make it at nap time, so I don't have to worry about cooking when they are awake. It's probably like almost 1 cup of cheese right now. And I did 1 full box of the gluten-free pasta and 1 whole butternut squash. Perfect. I'm gonna put it back into that baking dish. Either go ahead and top it with more cheese, cover it and put it into the oven on 350 for about 25 minutes. But if you're like me and you're just gonna put it in the fridge and save it for later on in the evening, let it cool off first. So it's 3 o'clock. Chris and Ella are going to go pick up the groceries, and I'm gonna go fold some clothes. You back?
Hi.
Oh, thank you. Bye, baby. Love you. Alright, so since I have so much laundry to catch up on, I just like to sort out everybody's laundry before I do it. It's easier to put it away. It just goes faster. It keeps my mind clear. I don't know, but I love doing it this way. My clothes, Chris's clothes, Carter, Tanner, Ella. Folded, and it took me 17 minutes according to my camera. So I cleaned out the fridge before like Chris gets home. You know, like last night before bed I threw away a bunch of stuff that was going bad, and we just kind of like slightly organized it. But this was what was left of our produce, so I just made a little fruit salad for the boys for when they wake up. First one awake in the morning, first one awake from nap always. Hey, are you savoring your lemonade? Yeah. Alright, let's go pick our stuff. I know you know which ones are ready. You're so good at picking them. Good job.
Look at the blueberry.
Okay. We get these like every single day. I love it. Except I'm the only one in my house that eats tomatoes. Something you forgot.
Is it ready?
Yeah. You need my help?
Yeah.
This is my first time like actually, you know, growing any of this stuff, but jalapenos, I feel like they've been looking like this forever and I'm not sure when I'm supposed to pick them.
Mommy, look at this grape jalapeno.
Oh, grape jalapeno, it does look like a grape, huh? Thanks for getting our groceries.
You're welcome.
Alright, so you may hear kids screaming in the background, but here's my haul. So we got crunchy peanut butter granola bars, and then that's the regular ones. Dark chocolate chip. I swore I wasn't gonna buy these anymore, but everything I try, like they don't eat them like they eat these, so unfortunately these are staying for now. Kettle corn is a favorite around here. Peanut butter Chex, these are new, so I haven't tried them yet, but I think they'll be good in their snack cups. And then these are pumpkin spice waffles. Both Chris and I will like these. So if you're vegan, don't watch this part. Okay, so we got chicken breast cutlets. These are just for the grill, quick and easy barbecue chicken. This is for, the rest of these are for other recipes. Sweet Italian chicken sausage. We have meatballs. Never gotten these before, but every time we go out, the kids have been wanting these. They're probably not the best, but fed is best even in toddlers because my kids are so picky lately. A giant thing of chicken breast, chicken thighs. And this was really sad. I didn't realize this was like barely anything in here, and it was like, I want to say like $7, and I need another one of these for the recipe. I guess I should have like paid closer attention, but it's like nothing. I had to get these K-cups, half and half. 2 things whipped cream for coffee, of course, and some eggs. We go through eggs like nobody's business in this house. Got 2 things of taco shells, ranch salad dressing, seasoning mix, Montreal steak mix, tomato paste, chicken broth, beef broth, and then I ran out of honey. I got a pound of American cheese. What are you guys doing? Slow, okay? Careful. Sorry, I had to pause for that cute moment. Back to our haul. Also got Italian seasoning. For produce, we got a watermelon, strawberries, blueberries, carrots, green beans, celery, some kale, Brussels sprouts. I think I said blueberries already. 2 peppers, 2 avocados, some russet potatoes, Honeycrisp apples, and sweet potatoes. I needed freezer bags. Let's put that away right now while we're all here. We got lots of apple juice. I don't know why I ordered this many. I think I was tired of running out all the time. But my kids won't drink water. Ella will. She doesn't drink apple juice. She drinks water. But the boys, they have to have apple juice, which is half apple juice, the rest water, but I cannot get away with just water. And then this no added sugar apple cider is actually for a crock pot recipe. Now it's time to rinse our blueberries.
Yeah.
Do you need a tissue, baby? Okay, go get your dinosaur and then you can help me, okay? Alright, so we got some barbecue chicken on the grill, just Sweet Baby Ray's. And now I'm just adding some cheddar cheeses, and we're going to cover it and bake it on 350. Now that it's cold, we'll probably check it at 25 minutes and see how it's doing. Alright, so I got all of this stuff put away. I wanted to mention, because I talked about this in a previous vlog, and I think it does make a difference, is that you don't have to use the crispers for fruits and veggies. This is like our butter and cream cheese drawer, and this is just like random stuff. We do like whatever meat we're having that day down here, and then this is all cheeses. But we keep our produce where we can see it. This way it doesn't go bad, and we make sure we're using it. And that tip really, really helped us a lot. I really need one of those like tea organizers. That would be awesome. By the way, don't get excited. This is for PMS. So this is after 25 minutes, and now I'm just gonna quickly broil it. Alright, so this is after about 4 minutes. Look how good that looks. On top. Other side. Taste your tongue. Everybody is clean and ready for bed, including myself. There's always chaos after bath. It's like a zoo. So I'm gonna put the boys' clothes away first before I get them like situated in their beds and stuff. Couldn't show you the crickets, but apparently I'll just show you Chris instead. But it's really silent. You can hear the bugs outside, and the kids are finally sleeping. I'm going to make the bed. Chris is going to get off his butt and help me, and
I don't think so.
Yeah, he is. And then I'm gonna go downstairs and clean up, and then I'm gonna be done because I'm exhausted. It's about 8 o'clock right now, so let's get it all done. Rookie, what mommy got for you? Rookers. So I'm just going to go ahead and wipe everything down, but I'm going to end it here. I hope that you all enjoyed this video and that it gave you some motivation. I can't wait to show you like all of the fall videos I have planned between recipes and decor videos, clean and decorate, DIYs. I'm excited, so make sure you hit that subscribe button and stay tuned, and thanks again for watching.
Broken, don't ever forget you're golden. I will find the light in your soul. I'll be there. Never leaving you in the darkness.
Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to Sundays at Tiffany's. If you're new here, my name is Tiffany Beaston from Beauty and the Beastons, and today I'm doing a Get It All Done vlog. I'm actually filming this on Thursday, but it's kind of like my, there's Ella, it's kind of like my Sunday today because the kids have been sick. Ella was in the ER a couple days ago. She's fine now, she just has bronchiolitis, but basically we've had no sleep and just like everything kind of piling on top of each other, and I really need to get my life in order. So today we're going to be planning, cleaning, cooking. This morning I went to TJ Maxx and Old Navy to get things. We're doing our Christmas photos, just have my girlfriend photograph me and then I photograph her and her family. It's about half an hour in and out at a local park, but I needed to get some outfits for that, so I'll show you what I wound up getting for that. Should probably try that on too. But yeah, who knows what all we're gonna do, but we got a lot to do, so let's get started. I also had grocery pickup today, even though I said I was never doing Giant Peapod again because the last time they left so many items out of my order, but we did it again, but it was fine this time. So let me just go ahead and show you what I got. There's a lot of stuff behind me. We're gonna be doing some DIY pizzas for dinner tonight because Carter saw the groceries out and that's what he chose. I'll show you my meal plan for the next couple of days. So let's just get right into it. One more thing before we start, don't forget to hit that subscribe button because these Sunday videos are super motivating and I know that you will love them, so subscribe. Anyway, let's go do our grocery haul. All right, first we got some apple juice. They were on sale for $2.50 a piece, so I had to grab a bunch of them. Wow, this is the smallest butternut squash I've ever seen in my life. Butternut squash. I got these for the kids to try. Avocado, good old dinosaur nuggets, some ground chicken to make those meatballs for my meal prep. They're so good. I got some butter lettuce for salad. Carter actually requested to have some salads. I think we're gonna do salad and pizza for dinner tonight. Honey turkey for lunches. The kids love this for breakfast on the weekends to have with some pancakes or something. We're also gonna be having fajitas one night this week, so I got this rice to try out. Rice Chex, this is like literally a staple in our house. We eat this all the time. We probably have cereal before bed, Chris and I, almost every night. This I got because I'm gonna be making homemade tomato soup, chickpeas, more snacks for the kids. Got Nutri-Grain bars, Rice Krispie treats for a little treat for them. Everyone in our family likes these granola bars. This for our pizza night. The recipe for the homemade tomato soup called for this, so I got some celery salt, some icing, because Chris's birthday is this Monday, so make sure to wish him a happy birthday in the comments below. So I'm gonna be making him chocolate cake with vanilla icing. This is also for our tomato soup. This is the crust that we use for our pizza night. This is what the boys and Ella will have. And then this is what Chris and I will have. More snacks. This is one of my favorite snacks. I put a little bit of salt on it and a little bit of sugar, and it's like the most yummiest thing ever. Quick, easy, and healthy. Better than grabbing a bag of potato chips. This Elio's for the boys. Ella might like it too. My kids love soft pretzels. This brand, Canyon Bakehouse, has become my favorite brand of gluten-free bread recently. If you're gluten-free, I would definitely check them out. 2% milk. This is my favorite gluten-free flour. It's King Arthur flour, measure for measure, so you don't need to add anything extra like you do for a lot of other gluten-free flours. You just use it like you would regular flour. These cashews were actually also in the tomato soup recipe. So, never made my own homemade tomato soup before, and I've never heard of cashews being in it, but I'm interested to try it, and it sounds really healthy and yummy. Got some Mexican cheese for our fajita night, and some mozzarella for our pizza night. Half and half. Of course, we need our whipped cream for our coffee. The kids love this Wacky Mac, and it is enriched with some vegetables, and they're veggie spirals, and they're normally on sale for $1, so they just like that with some butter. Apples are a big staple in our house for the kiddos. I eat them once in a while, but they actually give me a stomachache for some reason. Oranges. Green beans. Tanner loves his green beans. They're like his favorite thing. Ella kind of likes them. Carter won't even look at them. And Chris and I like them. So I got the big family size bag this time. It's another yummy snack for the kids. Ella will just lick the chocolate off of them, like suck on it and then spit the raisin out. But the boys will actually eat them. I usually mix them in their snack cup with some other snacks as well, like some pretzels or something like that. Yellow onion. This is what I normally use in like all of my cooking. Fresh peaches were on sale, so I just got 4 of those. Some strawberries. I wanted to give this laundry detergent a try. The laundry detergent that I'm using right now, I honestly cannot stand the smell of it. It doesn't even make your clothes smell clean. It's like a natural, like lavender and something, but it's really doesn't smell good at all in my opinion. And then these Downy Unstoppables. And then another staple in our house, Tostitos and Lay's, and that is everything. So now I'm just gonna put away these groceries and kind of like just go through the produce, see what we have. So I put all of our groceries away, and now I just made our meal basket. So this is what I need for my fajita night and chicken, obviously. This is everything I need for the tomato soup that I'm making, and then I'm making butternut squash mac and cheese. And then this is for tonight for our DIY pizzas. Guys, I am in my office right now. I have so much planning to do and just catch up on because I can't even like keep anything straight right now. So I'm gonna show you how I plan and all of that. I'm on to my second cup of coffee and last cup of coffee for the day because it's like 3 something, but I don't think it'll affect me because I haven't been sleeping. I think I'll be able to sleep okay. So we're going to plan before we go ahead and cook and stuff like that. I'm gonna try and be somewhat quick because I hear the kids giving Chris a hard time downstairs and I feel bad for him, to be honest. My planning sometimes differs like depending on what's going on. So since I'm a little behind right now, the first thing I'm gonna do is open up my planner to November, and I'm gonna make sure I write in everything that needs to be done work-wise since I have a list of dates from my manager. So I'm gonna put all that stuff set in stone. I already put the kids' school stuff in here when we got their calendar a while ago, so we're good with that. So yeah, let's go ahead and first do that, and then after that I'm going to do a brain dump, and this is just everything that's on my mind, and this is the best advice I could give to you, is just pour it all out. Take out a piece of paper and a pen. Doesn't have to be fancy. Write down everything that's on your mind and then categorize it, and I'll show you how I do that. Some recipes that I want to make sure I have everything for. I got the reflection of my ring light. And then I pulled up the document from my manager on here just to make sure everything is up to date. Got this out, so let's just go ahead and fill in our dates. Okay, so I'm done planning, and I just wanted to share a couple of things with you. So for me in my line of work, I need to stay very organized since I am my own boss. You know, you have to stay very disciplined and like on top of things. So it takes me a while to plan out my month. For example, I have highlighted here, let me show you. I'm trying to like show you guys things about giving like way too much of my personal information away, like doctor's appointments and stuff like that. So I hope you can understand that, but let me show you something. So if you do a sponsorship, you have to submit things early. So I have due dates, when things are gonna go live and when I need to film, highlight it on here. We're also going to Florida this month in a couple of weeks, and it was like, we knew it was coming, but like we waited kind of last minute to like plan it because we didn't have details of what was going on in our life, including the construction of our home. So we're pretty much going away, having construction done, all this stuff around the same time. So this month is just a little bit extra crazy. For brain dumping, I feel bad for my manager. I just emailed her like a list of everything that was on my mind, and I said, this is what I need from you. What do you need from me? So that was like a huge chunk taken off of my plate, because even for me, I can just go back and refer to that email. But I shared this in a pamper routine one time that I learned from an online therapist that I used to talk to. And this was like how planning can really help you figure out like what you need in life. So like I always kind of go off of this list, and it's called your needs. So your needs, there's work needs, family needs, social and recreational needs, intellectual needs, spiritual needs, and health needs. So for work, I put like things that I need are like a planned out schedule and like full days off, because I don't, you know, really have any days off. For family, I need genuine quality time without it all being tasks. So like spending time watching a movie without stopping to go wash dishes or do the laundry or, you know, anything like that. Social, recreational, I need face-to-face dates with my girlfriends, because there's nothing like just like getting out, being unplugged, and having face-to-face interactions, especially because I am a work from home mom. I don't really get to see people that often. Intellectual, like something that for me, like something to help me learn or things like that. So before I said I wanted to take a Spanish class, and I still need to sign up for that. Actually, I need to put that on my brain dump because I know there's winter sessions starting soon. Spiritual, like what connects you? For me, I wrote that I like to be outdoors and garden, things like that, and cooking. Those all feel spiritual to me, which I know may be weird. Spiritual doesn't always mean like religious, so that's, let me just throw that in there. And then health, I want to work out at least 3 times a week, increase my water, fruit, and vegetable intake. And let me tell you, that hasn't happened in a while, but it's on my list, it's on my goals. So I have been taking a workout class on Sundays that I really love, so I'm hoping to stick with that, and I feel inspired to go because my girlfriend just signed up at the same gym that I go to, so that's definitely helpful to have a workout partner. Like that's huge. So now that like that planning portion is over, I'm gonna go downstairs and we're gonna do our DIY pizzas, and then I think once I get the kids in bed is when I'm gonna do meal prep. I'm making the same meatballs that I made before for lunch, as well as those egg cups, because they were delicious and we really love them. So I'm just repeating that. No need to go looking for new recipes if you're still really enjoying something and liking it. Don't mind the fart gun in the background, but who's ready to make some pizza? Ella, you ready for pizza? Me. You got chocolate on your face. Tanner, are you ready for pizzas?
Yeah.
Are you going to win the pizza contest?
No, I'm gonna win the
Fart twice for yes. We need for pizzas.
We need sauce. And sauce and cheese.
What's the other thing?
And then,
What is this, Tanner?
Mommy Daddy's pizza.
What's this one?
And put
What is it? A pizza crust.
Yeah. And what else do we have to do?
Maybe a little bit of olive oil, some seasonings. Maybe not throw your parents' pizza on the floor. Just a thought.
Pizza is fantastic.
My pizza is fantastic. I got you, Bubba. Mommy, don't let anything happen to you. Stand up. All right. Step 1. We need a little bit of olive oil.
And make mine.
Remember, do like a little swirl. Perfect.
And make mommy's. I think really slippery.
Just a little bit.
I think really slippery.
Because it's oil. Okay, you want to rub it around on there? Chris, you want to rub your olive oil around?
No, thank you.
Good job. Can I borrow that spoon real quick?
Yeah.
There you go. Oh wow, you guys are both so willing to share. That is really, really good. Make Mommy and Daddy proud. All right, so we got our olive oil. Does anybody want a little bit of garlic on their pizza?
I'm
some? Would you like some?
Yeah.
Smell it. Does it smell like something you would want to eat? Just a little bit. So, okay. Tanner, heavy on the garlic. You're gonna have some stinking breath, boy. It's okay. It's just a lot of garlic. To each their own.
I'm just going.
Yeah, you put it on already, sweetheart. It's a lot. Okay, try not to cough on anyone's pizzas, okay? No.
Here.
Squeeze it. Okay, rub it around. There you go, Bubba.
Did you fart it, Tanner? I know.
Is it good cheese?
Yeah.
You're gonna rub it around with your spoon? We like cheese in this house, don't we?
I like it.
How about this?
What's that for?
Just in case any cheese drips.
I
There you go.
I eat the sauce.
What do they look like?
Can you open it?
Are you guys hungry and ready to eat?
Yeah.
Wow.
Here's your oven it.
Oh, thank you. Alright, so the pizzas are out of the oven. My kids are acting crazy, and while those are cooling off, I'm going to make us a salad.
Stuck in my head, you know I can't forget it. I try to move on, but you're the one that I dream about. I sit alone in my room, drawing up pictures of blue skies. We've been apart for so long, I'm always replaying all the pictures and memories stacked up in my head. I wish I could let you go, I wish I could just forget you. I can never shake you off. You're stickier than my super glue. I can never shake you off.
And sweet and
It's good and sweet?
yummy.
And yummy?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, buddy. Guess what? You made the pizza, so you must have done a really good job.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
This I made this.
Uh-huh.
And you made this and I made this.
We made it together, right?
And Bubble.
Mm-hmm.
And I want this way with Daddy.
And Ella went with Daddy.
Yeah.
Do you like it?
Yeah.
What's your favorite part?
Making my pizza and yours.
Oh, that was your favorite part, was making it?
Yeah.
You're so sweet, Bubba. What are you doing, Tanner?
No. No, that's enough.
What does it taste like?
What? Carrots.
It tastes like carrots?
No. No.
Oh, what does yours taste like? It tastes like cheese?
Yeah.
Oh. 7 p.m. We're running a little late. The kids are just now getting in the bath. We cleaned up dinner, which was a hot mess. You would think that pizza and salad would be easy, but it was all over the place. So now while Chris is giving the kids a bath, I'm gonna put their clothes away, unload the diapers and stuff like that, and then we're gonna come back downstairs, cook a couple of things, and then go from there. I'm starting to have my hit a wall moment, because I swear it's like 7 p.m. on the dot and I'm done so, but I have to always just like keep on trucking. Alright, the kids are down. That took like way longer than expected for them to go down. You never know what you're gonna get when you're putting your kids to sleep. But I got the ingredients ready to make our meatballs and to make our egg bites, which honestly are better than Starbucks egg bites. I can truly say that. So this is the sauce that we will toss the meatballs in once they're cooked. But all you need for this is a half cup of coconut aminos. I doubled the recipe, so if you want to use 2 pounds of chicken versus 1 pound of chicken, you're gonna double what I'm telling you. So the sauce is a half cup of coconut aminos, 2 teaspoons of honey, 2 tablespoons of fresh orange juice, a teaspoon of arrowroot starch, half teaspoon of salt, 1/4 teaspoon of ginger, a half teaspoon of garlic powder, and 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. So I just threw that all together in here. So I'm just gonna let that kind of sit while I cook the meatballs. And then this is what I'm using for the actual meatballs. If you're making a single recipe, you're just gonna use 1 pound of ground chicken. And then this is a teaspoon of garlic powder, a teaspoon of ground ginger, half teaspoon of sea salt, 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper, 2 teaspoons of coconut flour, a tablespoon of coconut oil, and 2 tablespoons of green onion chopped. This all looks like more because I doubled it, and my quinoa is boiling right now. So I'm also making a cup of tricolored quinoa. So once that comes to a boil, I'm going to turn it down a bit, put the lid on, and let it simmer, and we're gonna have this for lunch with our meatballs. My meatballs in. Now I'm gonna fry up some turkey bacon, and this is gonna be for our egg bites. Do like the actual ingredients for the egg bites themselves, and it's so easy because you just throw everything into a blender. It's that easy, and then you make them in an Instant Pot. I'm doubling the recipe this time, so I'm using 8 eggs. Gonna need 3 cups of cheese. I finished off the cheddar, so I'm just using Mexican cheese. Now you can use whatever kind of cheese that you like. We're doing a cup of cottage cheese. I'm gonna need a bigger blender. I'm not sure what I was thinking with that one. Alright, got a big blender. Alright, we're gonna need a half cup of heavy cream. Yeah, I can't believe I thought I was gonna fit all that in that blender. That was extraordinarily special. Now 2 teaspoons of hot sauce. I'm using good old Tabasco. Just doing some salt. Some pepper. Those meatballs smell so good. Alright, let's blend this up and pray it doesn't wake up my children. I got these from Amazon. I just sprayed them with cooking oil, cooking spray, and put my crispy bacon in. I like my bacon super crispy, as you can tell here. Last time I put a little bit of spinach in here, but didn't have any this time, so I omitted that. Now we're just adding our egg mixture. now I'm just covering it with some parchment paper, and then also gonna cover with some oil. All right, so I have my trivet in my Instant Pot, and now I'm putting in 1 cup of water. This is my first time making one turn on top of the other, so hopefully it comes out okay. Put the lid on, and then I'm gonna put it on steam for 9 minutes. All right, so that started. Our meatballs are beeping. I'm gonna give them another minute. I like them a little bit more brown than that. All right, our meatballs are out. Quinoa is done. Our egg bites are going to natural release for 10 minutes. And now I'm making a giant mess and making protein pumpkin donuts. So I'm just mixing in my dry ingredients. This recipe is from my girlfriend, Kate. She always finds the best recipes. She's literally like a fitness model. So she found this on Instagram. So this is 1 scoop of vanilla or cinnamon protein powder. I'm using the Pescine Snickerdoodle as well. So I guess you can use whatever flavor protein powder you have on hand. Like I said, I'm making a very large mess. 1/4 cup of oat flour. So all you do for that is just blend up some oatmeal that equals your oat flour. 2 tablespoons of coconut flour, a teaspoon of baking powder, a little bit of salt, a teaspoon of pumpkin pie spice, 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon, 1/2 cup of canned pumpkin. So that's bringing you over to my wet ingredients. So a 1/2 cup of canned pumpkin, 2 tablespoons of unsweetened applesauce, a 1/2 cup of egg whites, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla. And then I'm gonna make some icing for these, but first I'm just gonna combine the dry, combine the wet, and then combine the wet with the dry. Also, these are from good old Amazon Prime as well. So this is what it looks like. I'm gonna let it sit in the fridge for a second while I just slightly straighten up and make the icing as well. For the icing, I'm using a 1/2 scoop of vanilla protein. A tablespoon of low-calorie sweetener, but I'm actually using real sugar because I hate fake sugar. And I feel like this is so healthy, we can use a little bit of sugar and it'll be all good. I got 4 ounces of fat-free cream cheese. That's just 1/2 of this package here. I left this in for 13 minutes. Hopefully it's okay. Oh, make that 14. They look perfect. Awesome. Sorry, I got sidetracked. So we have that, which is our low-fat cream cheese, a tablespoon of unsweetened vanilla almond milk. Cook, I'm just making yogurt bark for the kids. This is their favorite thing in the world, and you've probably seen it a million times in my videos, but just spraying some parchment paper first. I like to use Greek yogurt because it has more protein in it. So I'm just using a little baking sheet here that has a little bit of a thicker lip. You can add whatever toppings you want. I'm just gonna add some M&Ms and sprinkles because they will think it's the best thing in the world. So then you just pop that in the freezer for, like, I just do it overnight. I'm sure you could do it for less time than that too. And it stays good for about 3 days or so. It usually doesn't last that long in our house. Timer just went off for the donuts. They look a little weird, but hopefully they taste good. So they smell amazing. I should have used more batter in each one because you can see it's like half of a donut, but that may work out in my favor. I'm gonna let those cool off for a little bit before I icing them, and then I'm totally trying one tonight. All right, so while that's cooling off, and while I have all kinds of stuff on my shirt, so I should be wearing an apron, I'm gonna put my meatballs in my sauce. I'm also gonna be putting a little bit of this sauce on our quinoa. Let's icing our donuts and then go to sleep. Good, really good. I give this a 10 out of 10. Want to try one? Yeah. I would like to give this hot guy a special shout out for washing all the dishes for me. Seriously?
That's right. I'm the happy helper.
It's a real man right there.
Anything for your egg bites, honey?
Aww. Thanks for fertilizing for my eggs.
Okay. I think that's enough.
Sorry guys, it's gotten to a point in the night where I'm delirious, but a couple things that I forgot to show you. One was this week's meal menu. So I started, like I said, we're starting late today. So we had the pizza and salad. Tomorrow we're having chicken fajitas. We're going to Chris's parents' house for dinner, and then my mom is having an early Thanksgiving. So we lucked out on Saturday and Sunday. Monday also Chris's birthday, so I'm taking him out to dinner. And then I have the tomato soup and grilled cheese on Tuesday. And Wednesday it's butternut squash mac and cheese with pulled barbecue chicken. And then the last thing I want to show you were the outfits that I picked out for our Christmas photo this year. So like the traditional Christmas theme, like cream colors and greens and reds. This I found at TJ Maxx today for $13. I still need to try it on, but I think it should fit. This I found for Ella at the mommy market. It was $1. How cute is this dress? The biggest worry is like how cold it's gonna be because we're taking an outdoor photo. So this is a Carter's dress. And then Chris got this cream colored. First of all, they all match. How cute is that? Green for Carter and then red for Tanner, and then they'll just wear their little khaki pants with that. But I thought it'd be cool instead of doing like all the same color, just kind of like mixing some traditional Christmas colors. Before I wipe everything down out here, one more thing that I wanted to do today, that was combine my flour bags and put them back into this jar. They all expire in June, and there's no way that these will still be around in June because we use them literally every single week. So I'm gonna do that before I go ahead and wipe everything down. Sarah's about to get ready for bed, but I don't know if you watched my clean and decorate with me, but that's where this is from. But I was excited because I found this Ray Dunn bowl today at TJ Maxx to go with it. I just need a cuter little mat to go under here. This thing is like 100 years old. It is 11:40. I just got done getting ready for bed. I just want to say thank you so much for watching this Get It All Done video. Don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up, and please let me know what you want to see in the comments below besides a Get It All Done video. Don't forget to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and we'll see you in the next one. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to Sundays at Tiffany's. If you're new here, my name is Tiffany Beaston, and every single Sunday I put up a super motivating video to get you ready for the week ahead and just get rid of those Sunday scaries. And if you've been here for a while, you probably have memorized that line and say it with me every single Sunday. But today's video is a get it all done video. It's going to be really getting it all done. A lot of you know that I've been so sick for like 2 weeks straight, and I'm finally feeling like a human again, and now it's just time to like catch up and do all of the things. So we're going to be cleaning, cooking, organizing, planning, lots of laundry. What else did I have? And then I'm going to end the night nicely with just getting some Valentine's Day things together. When you're seeing this, it's actually a week behind, so you would have already had Valentine's Day. So happy Valentine's Day. I hope it was amazing. Chris and I plan on doing nothing, just like watching some Netflix together. That'll be plenty for us. But yeah, it's also Sunday when I'm filming, so this is a legitimate Sunday get it all done. And one of the things that I like to do on Sunday is some self-care, so I plan on doing my nails. The first of 500 loads of laundry, I'm gonna go ahead and clean out the fridge and ingredient prep and meal prep a little bit. Oh, do you want that? But first, we gotta open some applesauce for Ella. Can you say applesauce?
Yeah.
Applesauce? You're so cute. Here you go. Oh, there goes the floor that I just mopped yesterday. That was all you wanted? Are you all done? Are you all done? No? Mom life. So here is the before. Clearly we need to do some ingredient prep and just get this under control. Okay, so this was originally supposed to be for like 5 minutes. I had to do it a little bit longer because the potatoes weren't cooked enough. But this looks really yummy, just some steamed vegetables and potatoes for this week. And then this is just 8 cups of water. And I'm making a healing broth, so you just boil all of these ingredients. And in here, what I just chopped up was 4 carrots, 2 stalks of celery, 2 onions, a cup of shiitake mushrooms, and then a bulb of garlic. I did 2 bulbs. 1 inch of fresh ginger root, and then I'm gonna add some red pepper flakes, but you're just gonna go ahead and bring it to a boil, and then you turn it down and let it simmer for an hour, and then you could just like sip the broth, or you could eat it as like a soup. So I got all of that out, and now we're gonna steam this stuff. What? What'd you say? What'd you say? Okay, now that this is boiling, I'm gonna set it down to a simmer. I also forgot to tell you that you need a cup of parsley in this as well. So now I'm setting a timer for an hour and just letting this simmer. This is really good for this time of year. Okay, the last thing I'm making is just a fresh salsa to have in the fridge for the week. I'm missing lime, but I'm using a lemon. I'm sure it'll work. So I have 1 garlic. I'm going to use a half of red pepper, the juice of 1 lemon. I'm using 5 tomatoes and then some cilantro and a little bit of cumin. I know this probably looks really sad to you unless you're vegan.
I want carrots too.
Okay, sweetheart. But I'm on a cleanse right now, so I promise once this is over, we'll get back to the normal Tiffany cooking, but still very yummy, and if you're vegan, you will love it. All right, guys, we just got the kids down. There's a big mess in the kitchen. I got everything all prepared for the week ahead. It's amazing how much produce just fits into these little containers, because you saw how much stuff that I cut up. I swear I was chopping forever. But before I get started cleaning up, I want to switch the laundry that we put in earlier. so much better. Still packed to the brim, but organized, and everything is prepared for the week ahead. Now that the kitchen is all clean, I just want to declutter this one shelf here that's been bothering me for the longest time. It's just like supplements and stuff, and I got some bins from Dollar Tree. I'm just going to organize this and make it look really nice. It's going to take 2 seconds, and it's going to just make me really happy. Trying to keep my voice down because the kids' rooms are next to me, but I've just really been like neglecting this room, and it just needs like a quick little tidy up, and then I'm gonna go ahead and plan and then pamper. now I'm just putting the kids' Valentines together as well as their little Valentine's baskets. I think I need like 1 or 2 more things for their Valentine's baskets, but I'm gonna get this all put together so we can be ahead of the game. Those seriously came out so cute, and they were just like, the bags were from Target Dollar Spot and then the stickers were from Dollar Tree. But now I'm on to making the kids baskets. Also, I started to do these are from Target as well, but I decided that it would be fun to do them with the boys tomorrow, just give us something to do. Okay, so here's our little baskets. I kept it super simple and inexpensive because this is not Easter, it's just Valentine's Day. Just wanted them to see that they're special to mommy and daddy. So little notebooks that say their names on them with some stickers, and I'm sure they will like put plenty of other stickers on here as well. A little cute little monkey. Ella, I got her these little hair clips from Dollar Tree, and some more ponies. And then Carter and Tanner got silly putty stickers. These are really cute little pencil cases. They're like tin. I swear I got Ella one too, but I can't find it. It's just, maybe it like fell out in the car, but I was gonna get like markers or crowns to put in it, and Chris is like, you are crazy. We have way too many markers and crowns. And I'm like, you know what, you're right. So just the case will do. But yeah, I think they'll be really happy with this. And there's some chocolate in there, not too much though. I think maybe I'll put like some fruit snacks in here, just like some treats for them. But yeah, really cute, just something to make them excited on Valentine's Day. And I added some of those cute little foam stickers. So cute. Alright, I have a couple things that I didn't get done, so I'm gonna pick this back up tomorrow because it's 11:30 and I'm exhausted. But yeah, I'm gonna get it all done and I'm gonna pick it back up tomorrow because this is real life. I didn't spend my entire day doing this. I did this and mommed, so I was like spending time with the kids in between filming, so I'd rather have it that way. But anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hey guys, welcome back to day 2 of the Get It All Done. Again, being quiet because my kids are napping. I usually film when they're sleeping or when they're napping, but the rest of the list is very attainable. We are going to finish cleaning up the office. We're gonna do our planner, fold the laundry, order groceries and meal plan, and do our nails. And we're gonna start with the office right now. so I got my content planning done for like my videos. So I have my videos on blue and I have like my essential oil stuff on yellow. And then these I got from Let's Live and Learn. You know I love her. Look her up on Instagram at Let's Live and Learn. She also has her own blog. But these were just squares. And also I have to give a shout out to her because I messaged her and I was like, my printer is out of black ink. Can you send me these files in blue? And she did, like right away. So I'm so grateful for her. But anyway, so this, it was just a plain like box worksheet. And I put on there, like, I love to do brain dumps. It just really helps me with anxiety. So I have life, and then under life, I also have me time to include something for myself, work, things to buy, and chores. And then I also printed out her little schedule. Oh, and I should mention, I'll link these. I got these from Amazon. They're just like little plastic cases to be more green and just use like dry erase marker on it. But this is like a little bit of block scheduling. So I'm gonna try this out. I love this. It's just really helpful. It's like items that you have on hand grocery-wise, breakfast options, lunch options, dinner options, snack options, and then things that you may need. This goes in your pantry and it's just like letting you know what you have extra of and things you need more of. And then this is also like, sometimes I would like to use this as my schedule rather than like the exact times. So I printed this out as an option as well. And then you saw that I made this for receipts. I got the idea from Rochelle Swanee. And then I just have 6 months. Just keep it easy to keep track of. And then in the back, I put the additional stickers for the next 6 months. So I went ahead and organized my receipts. And now I'm gonna do this later, is this week's menu. This is also from her. So I'm just gonna clip everything onto here, and this is gonna be like my little task list / little brain helper. All right, so I clipped all of that together, and then this I'm just gonna throw in my purse, which I also just cleaned this out as well. So finally, I'm just going to wipe everything down and mop this office, and then do laundry, and then we officially have got it all done. And then I'm gonna order groceries, but you don't need to see that. finally it's time to do these nails. I've been waiting forever. I have these little stickers that my friend Lynn from, well, Lynn White, I think she changed her name, but it used to be Lynn Purposeful Joy, sent me in the mail, so I'm gonna try those today. So the stickers, I got too annoyed with them, it took too long. I just did leopard like on my ring finger and then just did the rest white. And I've been using Zoya nail polish because it's like a little less toxic. But let me show you what they look like. Not bad considering I did it in like 5 minutes. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video and that it gave you all of the motivation. We got a ton of stuff done and I just want to thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel and welcome back to Sundays at Tiffany's, where every single Sunday I put up a motivating video to get you ready for the week ahead. We are doing a lot in this video and it did take me a couple of days to film, so if it takes you a couple of days to do it all, that's fine as long as you're getting it all done. So we are starting off with the bathrooms and I'm just stripping them as much as I possibly can, taking out anything that could possibly go into the washing machine.
Skyscrapers and neon lights. Ooh, I still think of you. Ooh, I still dream of you. But if you hold me close, I won't let go again. We have time to grow. This wasn't a mistake, and we can grow old if you love me again, my friend. This time is different, so please.
So I'm just going downstairs and throwing everything into the washer, and I just want to let you know you are not alone if you have so much laundry that you're behind on. I felt like since we're all home, we're going to have less clothes, but somehow we still have the same amount of clothes, if not more. So yeah, I'm very behind on laundry and I feel like we're never going to catch up, but I'm going to keep trying the best that I can. Give yourself some grace. So now that this is all set in the washer, I'm going back upstairs. I'm starting on my master bathroom. We have very hard water, as you can tell from this glass. We even have a water softener with fresh water crystals in it, and we still just have such horrible water, which is why you'll never see me drinking the water. I also wanted to mention, if you want to see how your water rates, you just go to EWG, the Environmental Working Group, and type in your zip code and you'll be amazed at what you find. Anyway, that's why we drink spring water and filtered water and not our water. I'm using a magic eraser. That seems to be the thing that works the best. I would love to know if you have hard water stains like this or hard water, what do you use to help get it off? Because this is just bad. And even when I was done the magic eraser, it was like 50% better, but not great once it dried. Now that all the glass is wiped down, I'm just going to go in and take everything out of the shower completely. Those little black marks that you see on the bottom of the shower floor are actually little tire marks from the boys' trucks that they like to play with in the shower sometimes. So that is what that is, and it's probably been on there for like a couple of weeks now, so I'm really happy that the magic eraser took it right off. Once everything is completely wiped down with the magic eraser, I'm just going to go ahead and spray my little DIY disinfecting spray on everything and wipe it down.
Or would you follow me? Or would you let it be? If I leave tonight, we could do this right. We'll find the remedy. Or would you stay with me now till the morning light? Before you turn away, I just want you to know that I didn't throw your stuff away. Before you make up your mind that I'm nowhere to find, I'm standing right here. I know that I told you we're over. I swear that I'm sober. Just listen, I miss you. And I know that I said all these things, but now when you're with her, I can see that you miss me. Would you stay till the morning light? Or would you follow me? Or would you let it be? If I leave tonight, we could do this right. We'll find the remedy. Or would you stay with me now till the morning light? Till the morning light. Till the morning light. Till the morning light, yeah.
One thing that really motivates me when cleaning is kind of like decluttering or organizing or making things look nicer. Like, cleaning is not what brings me joy. I think it's more of like the declutter process, making things look nice, and the organization process. Like, I just love that. So putting that little scrub into that jar that I got from Target a while ago in the dollar spot just made me happy. So now I'm just rinsing everything out of the shower and it looks so much better.
Swear that I'm sober. Just listen, I miss you. And I know that I said all these things, but now when you're with her, I can see.
And now that the shower is all done, I'm just going through and wiping everything down. You can see how filthy my mirror is. I feel like anything that pertains to me, like my bedroom and my closet and my own master bathroom, those are the things that get neglected because I always do everything else first. We're downstairs the most, so I always make sure that looks nice. I always make sure the kids' stuff is nice, but I'm making this a priority to keep my space a priority, like extra clean, and just kind of helps boost my mood all around.
We could do this right. We'll find the remedy. Or would you stay with me now?
Originally I had this little stand over here in the bucket and everything. I bought Postpartum to have like my postpartum products in it, and now recently they have been holding pregnancy tests and ovulation tests, and now we are 5 weeks pregnant. I thought it would be a good time to take that out and just make that little area look nicer, so I just put like some soaps and some toilet paper and just little things like that.
Just listen, I miss you. And I know that I said all these things, but now when you're with her, I can see that you miss me. Warm hands But there's something cold in the way you are. The things you said had me going good, but it left a scar. You invite me and then you turn me down. Get my hopes up and then you're gone. I fall for every word that you say to me. So hard being drawn to you so easily. I am stuck in a loop of chemicals. What's the point of this? But I don't wanna be alone. I keep looking at my phone.
So that bathroom is all finished. We're back downstairs getting everything out of the dryer and just switching, putting the shower curtains and hanging up our little bathroom rug to make sure that that will be all nice and dry for our next shower, and just starting another load of laundry because, like I said, I just have a lot to catch up on. Finally, I'm just doing a quick vacuum and a steam mop. I love my steam mop. Like, I don't know why, I just feel like it's so satisfying to use a steam mop, especially like in the bathroom and things like that. So vacuuming, steam mopping, and then moving on to the kids' bathroom. I'm going to do that same exact process in the kids' bathroom.
Your friends have told me just to give you time. Weekends are passing by like everything is fine. I know this is so delusional. I have lost my grip, but I don't wanna be alone. I keep looking at my phone, but you never call me. And then I see you on the street, said your heart just skipped a beat, and that you miss me. It's always the same story with you, but I just cannot refuse you. I'm sad after this, I'm not out there living with this rush. Why am I so curious? If I know that it's gonna end. So curious, so curious. I don't know, why do I even care? I don't know, why do I love you? I don't know, why do I even care? I don't know, why do I love you? I don't know, why do I even care? I don't know, why do I love you? I'm recklessly drawn to you somehow, but you hit me with this rush. Why am I so curious? If I know that it's gonna end. So curious, so curious.
And next I'm just organizing the shelves here and wiping them off and cleaning them, but you may notice that there is no toilet paper roll on the wall, and if that isn't mom life, then I don't know what is. The kids lost the inner part that connects the toilet paper onto the toilet paper roll, so yeah.
Will you call me back? Yeah, I know that. Yeah, I know that. You're the traveling kind. It's a known fact. Yeah, I know that. Once you've seen all the things, all the places, I hope it means that you'll come home to me. Once you travel the world, all the spaces inside your heart.
I just want to take a second and let you all know how much I appreciate you, not just myself, but my family. It means the world to us that you watch our videos and support us, and you're just there for us. I feel like we've all gotten so much closer through our family vlogging channel because we've been daily vlogging on Beaston Family Vibes, and I just want to let you know, I don't know if I could get through this time without all of you and your support, so you motivate me to keep me going. And thank you so much to everybody who congratulated us on our pregnancy. And I just, again, want to thank you. We're at 395,000 subscribers, and my goal is by May 5th to hit 400,000, which is my 3-year YouTube anniversary. So I just want to thank you for getting me so much closer to that goal. And I don't know, I love you guys, and I just wanted to say that.
Yeah, I feel that. Yeah, you're up in space. You're inside the noise. I can feel you. all the places. I hope it means that you come.
The last thing I'm doing on day one of Get It All Done is just stripping my bed and washing all of that. It just needed a good wash, and we're also going to be saying goodbye to this rug. I'm giving it to my mom, and we got a Ruggable to put in here, which is just nice because, you know, the dogs sleep with us and, you know, they have accidents in here. So to have a Ruggable and stuff like that, it's just nice to be able to throw it in the washer. And I really feel like the smaller rug really opened up my room and made it look so much bigger, but you'll see that on day 2.
Something that you won't let go. I'll be your height when you fall down low. I hope I'll be your destination.
Now we are on day 2. I'm just putting everything back into the bathrooms and hanging up the shower curtain, which honestly was such a pain in the butt, but it was worth it. The shower curtain is nice and clean and it looks nice and fresh, and I don't know, just one of those things that's really satisfying to have a clean shower curtain.
Yeah, I know that. I hope I'll be your destination. I hope I'll be your life-changing sensation. I hope I'll be something that you won't let go. I'll be your height when you fall down low. I hope I'll be your destination.
We're soaring up high, got no clue. How do I know what I mean to you?
And now Chris is putting down this Ruggable rug for me. I swear this video makes it look so easy. It did take him a minute to do, obviously, but he's the best, and I really love how this looks.
High and low, in between, acting out, make a scene. Working on our body.
If this is not your first time watching my channel, you know that Rookie does not care what is going on in life. He will not get off the bed if you're making it, and apparently either if you're taking it apart.
Love you on the inside. Tell me exactly what you mean. You mean everything to me. Let me love you on the inside. Love you on the inside. Tell me you're lost, feel so blue. Leaving me on the spot, so confused. Oh, baby. Tasting so sweet, acting so rude.
We have a Ruggable in our dining room as well, so I didn't really understand exactly how it works when I got it, but basically you put this black part down, which acts kind of like a Velcro, and the way that Chris is doing it is the proper way. I know it looks like backwards and weird, but we figured it out from doing our dining room before. So when you do need to wash it, you just rip the cover off and leave the black part on the ground. But it does like lay nice and flat, and I don't know, I just really like them.
What you mean. You mean everything to me. Let me love you on the inside. Love you on the inside. Dance on the beat. I don't want no excuses. You keep me feeling so clueless. I'd like to dream. Keep on dreaming about us, baby. Hey. Now tell me.
Now we are bringing it outside. I was so happy to be able to get out into my garden and just start restarting it. This is my first time ever trying to grow spinach, cauliflower, broccoli, and bib lettuce. In the summer I grow tomatoes, zucchini, strawberries, blueberries, yellow squash, and peppers. So I called my local nursery and just asked if they had any of that stuff in yet, and they said not yet. However, you could still plant the things that I just mentioned, and they will do great right now, so we'll see. Just getting outside and just being with the earth and planting things, it just really like makes me feel good. I think it's such a nice break from social media and electronics. It just really, really makes me happy. And when you're feeling a little stir crazy or feeling overwhelmed by all of the news and social media in general, or just feeling in a negative headspace, I really suggest just getting outside, even if it's going for a walk. It's just so necessary. The first thing I'm doing is just taking out all of the things that I was growing in the summer. I really didn't do anything to prepare them for winter, so that's kind of what I'm doing now, just taking everything out.
Before you're tender enough, they say you have to bruise to feel. I must be made out of steel. No one is in charge of my steering. This I know, this I know, this I know. Hoping dreams are meant to be shared and seen. No, I know, yes I know. Painting watercolors outside the lines is uplifting and no crime. Get out of the box, let me show you how. Here we go. No one is in charge of my steering. This I know, this I know, this I know. Hoping dreams are meant to be shared and seen. No, I know, yes I know. Painting watercolors outside the lines is uplifting and no crime. Get out of the box, let me show you how. Here we go.
So these are my strawberry vines from last year. I have no idea what I'm doing. So somehow as a beginner, I did really good last summer. I'm not sure how this spring and summer is going to go, but this is just what I'm doing, clearing out the leaves. Everybody told me to leave the strawberries and that they would be okay this year, so we'll see. With all the things I plucked out, I'm not really sure if I have any hope for them, but I would be so happy. Last year we got like 2 little rotten strawberries, so I don't know, we'll see. My blueberry bushes did really well and they're starting to come back to life. All I did was just take all the leaves and stuff out of them. We were like unable to keep blueberries on there because anytime Tanner saw one growing, he would just grab them off and eat them right away, which I told him we had to wash them first. But all of my plants and all of my soil are organic, and if you're looking into doing something like this, these planters are amazing for us. We have a groundhog that likes to visit us frequently. So that's why I don't like to plant things actually into the ground. I would love to have like a legitimate garden and have raised planters and like a fence around it and all of that. But like I said, we have a lot of rabbits and a groundhog that's like our pet. But eventually I would love to do a real garden. Chris basically wanted to make sure that I could keep these things alive before we took the time and money to build a legitimate garden.
Shining way more than the other could. And the best part is that you're still so humble about it. You know it's
Anytime I get fresh herbs from the grocery store, I grow them in my window in my kitchen. So I've never done this before, but I was like, these chives or green onions are getting out of control, scallions, whatever you want to call them, in my window. So I cut them back and now I'm planting them. They're definitely planted way too close together, but like I always say with my cooking, we're going to pray that it works out well.
you got me like there's no other than you now, babe. Nah, 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 'cause you got me like my.
On Dr. Seuss Day at Carter School, we planted a little pea seed, and it has definitely sprouted, so we're going to go ahead and plant that and just see what happens. Such a fun thing to do with your kids. He loves gardening with me. Tanner loves to pick like tomatoes and stuff. He loves to pick things once they actually grow, but Carter's into the whole process. In here, I'm just going to go ahead and plant my spinach. Again, this is my first time growing it, and usually they're supposed to be like pretty far away from each other, but we're just going to pray that this works out.
You got me like there's no other said a word. No, in 2 hours and now we said it all. You know we don't wanna fall in love again. Oh no, just think about what we did. It never worked, no. Tonight, I can tell you don't care. You always know how to get me sentimental. You always say the right things, like you're pushing me away, then you pull me back in. Like I'm your lady, but then you just stop trying. You push away, then when I go all in. Like you afraid of what might happen if you're trying. I'm already done with this game, so I might just be honest with that. I'm pushing you away, then you pull me back in. Like I'm your lady, but then you just stop trying.
Next, we are planting our bib lettuce.
You just stop trying. 2 nights and you think you know me now.
I had extra lettuce and stuff left over that I didn't want to just like toss, obviously. So we had these little planters in our garage and we had the extra soil. So I'm like, let's just plant them in here and see what happens.
You always know how to get me sentimental. You always say the right things, like you're pushing me away, then you pull me back in. Like I'm your lady, but then you just stop trying. You push away, then when I go all in. Like you afraid of what might happen if you're trying. I'm already done with this game, so I might just be honest with that. I'm pushing you away, then you pull me back in. Like I'm your lady, but then you just stop trying. Then you just stop trying. Always say the right things, like you're pushing me away, then you pull me back in. Like I'm your lady, but then you just stop trying. You push away, then when I go all in. Like you afraid of what might happen if you're trying. I'm already done with this game, so I might just be honest with that. I'm pushing you away, then you pull me back in. Like I'm your lady, but then you just stop trying.
You and I, we are so random. You bring the darkness to the light, split the atom. I ignore the fact that this will never last. Your words come out so soothing that I forget that this thing is confusing. Having such a blast, but don't ask where my head is at. 'Cause I'm cruising through the rush of us. I don't care about love, just need your touch.
To finish off day 2, I'm just taking control of my closet. I had so much clothes to put away and everything was just kind of a mess because although I'm very, very newly pregnant, I'm bloated. So the way that things look, I'm just not liking. Kind of just like when you're PMSing, you don't like how anything looks, you just rip it all off. So that is why, that's my excuse for my closet today. But I'm finally getting a hold of it and it felt really, really good to have it done, have everything nice and organized. I did order a bunch of new spring clothes, everything really, really comfy and things like that. I talked to you guys on Instagram about doing a spring clothing haul, and although that may not get a ton of views, I really wanted to share it with you because I got great deals on clothing for me, for Chris, and of course for the kids. So let me know if you want to see something like that on my channel. I do have everything set aside, and I think I was going to put that up on Tuesday. It's also really nice to do sit down videos during this time, so if there's any other sit down videos you would like to see from me, let me know in the comments below.
Want you to be my vice. I'm all about your vibe.
Swear I never lied to you. Swear I never treated you bad. See, I would never do it to you. What you did behind my back. Swear I'll never smile
Okay, remember how I mentioned how organizing things makes me happy? Well, I just recently got this organizer from Amazon and I'm obsessed with it. It does make me happy. It's just a nice way to store all of your hair things and hair clips and headbands. I actually really want more headbands. I'm loving headbands lately. Where do you get your headbands from if you wear them?
Closure, stay right where you are and don't come closer. If you haven't picked it up, it's over. You wanted her, so just give me what I deserve. So can I get some closure? Stay right where you are and don't come closer. If you haven't picked it up, it's over. Run back to her, 'cause I got what I want, closure. Even if you tried, you wouldn't understand it. Maybe something's missing inside of you. Just a bit of sugar to that horrid bitter.
And now we are on day 3, our final day of this Get It All Done, and we're just cooking up some potato soup. And we're also going to be making some chocolate chip banana muffins. It's like our favorite recipe in this house. However, I just want to mention you can use that base and you don't have to use chocolate chips. Just put whatever topping you like. You can put any kind of fruit in there, nuts, whatever you like. You can add that to that muffin mixture as well. But for the potato soup, I'm just using some regular potatoes and 2 sweet potatoes. I saw a recipe on Pinterest, and that's where I got the inspiration from. On Pinterest, they used carrots, and we recently just found out that Tanner, my son, is allergic to carrots. So that's why I'm making this with sweet potato instead of carrot to still give it that sweetness.
Takes two, paying it some interest from time to time. Inside all that greatness and all of your adventures, you're all alone. Hold up, baby, I can sit beside you while you're going on about your simple life. Nothing left you thinking that maybe you're not different. Go on, blow up your ego, your undying ego. Oh, look here he goes, stepping on toes with his humble acting, everlasting ego.
You're also going to need some celery. I just used, I used 4 stalks of celery, 2 onions, and a couple cloves of garlic.
Here he goes, with his humble acting, everlasting ego. Someone hurt your feelings not that long ago, and every bit of you couldn't face the truth that maybe you're just not that nice and humble kind. That would be a lie. Go on, blow up your ego, your undying ego. Oh, look here he goes, stepping on toes with his humble acting, everlasting ego. Oh, here he goes, here he goes, here he goes. Oh, here he goes, oh, here he goes, oh, here he goes, here he goes. I watch you as you drive. Do you know I'm looking? And I can't help but smile. Do you know how much I love you? You put my favorite song on. I put my feet up, and we just sing along. And I can't help but feeling, just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever?
could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever?
I have to interrupt to say, is anybody else waiting for Chris to close the fridge? Like, what is he doing right now?
Forever. I watch you as you sleep. You don't know I'm looking. With you everything's complete. Do you know how much I love you? I put your favorite song on just to wake you up. When I dance around, I can't help but feeling just loving.
Okay, so now that everything is chopped up, I'm just heating up some olive oil, and I'm going to go ahead and saute our onions and our celery along with some garlic until everything's nice and translucent, and then we're going to go ahead and add that to our crock pot. So you could totally skip this step, however, you're going to have a lot less flavor.
Can we stay here forever? Forever. 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 I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? Forever. 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 I watch you as you drive. Do you know I'm looking?
Okay, now that that's all sauteed, I'm just adding it to our crock pot, and then we're going to add our potatoes and an entire box, which is 4 cups of chicken stock. You can also use vegetable stock if you're doing this vegan as well. Like I mentioned before, we had to use sweet potatoes because Tanner is allergic to carrots, and we are using, instead of like a heavy cream, I'm going to use a can of coconut milk as our cream at the very end. But first I'm going to put some garlic in here, and I'm going to put this on high for 4 hours, and once that's done, we're going to go ahead and add our coconut milk and put it in the blender.
Where are you now? Even though I won't believe it, the truth is a lie, we are healing. Even though words are deceiving.
Now that that is set to go for 4 hours, I'm just cleaning off my cutting board, putting that away, and then I'm gonna have lunch for myself. So I wanted to share with you my easy pasta salad. So I'm just gonna say it on like right now, since the recipe that I'm using right now is a little bit different. So just go ahead and boil water, make your pasta however you like it, and then like 1 minute before your pasta is done, it's cook time, I go ahead and add a bag of frozen vegetables, stir it all up, let it cook for a second, drain it, and then add Italian dressing and string cheese and some like fresh red pepper. Like that's what my family's pasta salad consists of. However, if you're new here, we're navigating a bunch of new allergens after all of my kids were allergy tested, and like I said, Tanner can't have carrots, and that is in our frozen vegetable mix. So to make my life easier, I'm just making chickpea pasta and putting Italian dressing on it. Then whenever we serve it, we'll add whatever vegetables each kid wants or can have. But I wanted to just throw this easy recipe in here since a lot of us are stuck at home. We do have pasta and we do have frozen vegetables and Italian dressing. So it's a very easy option, and something that you probably already have on hand. Now that I'm done eating my veggie burgers and pasta salad, I'm just going to wash all of the dishes in the sink before we go ahead and start on our muffins.
Find something better. I'm running all around this town. This feeling has me stepping down. But I don't wanna have to pretend it's longer. 'Cause every time I try, yeah, every time I dream, there's always this big part of me wanna believe in what I see. If you can make me smile, if only for a while. There's always this big part of me wanna believe in what I see.
Okay, we are finally moving on to our muffins, and I'll have the recipe typed out in my description box. I should put it on my website as well, which is tiffanybeaston.com, but for right now I'm just going to put it in the description box. Timing is a little bit different now that the kids are not in school, because although they only went to preschool for 2 hours a day, that was like my time to work and do things like that. But now that they're home, I'm just making the most of it and spending as much time with them as possible. So I am sorry that I've definitely been slacking lately with work, but between my exhaustion and the kids being home, it's just been a little bit more difficult than normal. What you're seeing right here is an egg replacer because Ella is allergic to eggs. So all of these allergies that we've recently found out about are super overwhelming, and I'm definitely looking more into them and different ways that we could go about this. But for right now, I'm just being extra cautious of all of their allergens. Egg was Ella's #1 allergen, along with wheat.
Watch me dancing in the colors, lightning blowing up a thunder, wash it over me. Yeah, we got everything we need right here. We got moonlight on your naked skin. Summer's blind us to giving. Where you wanna go? Where you wanna go? Stars align onto your face. Pretty sweet, your sour taste. Make me sing along, sing along. I never thought I'd ever be stuck by you. I never thought I'd ever be stuck by you. Oh, watch me dancing in the colors, lightning blowing up a thunder, wash it over me. We got everything we need, right? Watch me dancing in the colors, lightning blowing up a thunder, wash it over me. Yeah, we got everything we need right here. Sharing all your deepest dreams, wonder what they really mean. Yeah, in the empty bottle lies all the answers. Write down all your memories, feel the things you wanna feel. Yeah, in the empty bottle lies all the answers. Oh, watch me.
The kids just woke up from their nap and they are so happy to be eating their muffins. Ella cracks me up. She literally just eats all of the chocolate chips out of them and likes to make a mess and make me anxious the entire time she's eating a muffin. But how could you say no to this sweet face?
We got everything we need right here.
Okay, so it's been 4 hours. That means everything in the crock pot is done. I'm just adding my entire can of coconut milk. I'm going to stir that up and then put everything into the blender. If you have an immersion blender, which is probably something that I should purchase, I would suggest doing that to save time, but this is how I'm doing it right now. The soup was so delicious. Both Ella and I loved it. Chris and Tanner actually really liked it too. Carter wouldn't even look at it. I would say the only thing I would change is that if you could have cheese, add cheese on top, add bacon, add green onion, whatever you can to give it a little bit of crunch. But I hope that you all enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. And again, don't forget to let me know what type of sit-down videos you would like to see. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to Sundays at Tiffany's. I literally rolled out of bed today, had my coffee, brushed my teeth, and left because I'm on my way, well I'm here now, for my first set of pregnancy blood work. So that's the first thing we're checking off of our to-do list today. So let's go do that, and then I'm also going to put a little clip right here of all of the things we're doing today. Also, guys, we bought a puppy last night. Oh my gosh, I still can't believe it. And I hit 400,000 subscribers last night. So I just feel like so blessed, but also like, oh my goodness, like, I don't know. But we have a lot of things to do, and I hope this video gives you all the motivation. Don't forget to like this video if you want to see more Get It All Done. Also, this is definitely not how I envisioned having my first round of pregnancy blood work, but here we go. Also, really quick, a little NICU hack. If you're new here, I used to be a neonatal intensive care unit nurse before staying home and doing YouTube with my kids. But just put your phone in a little plastic bag. You will still be able to use it and everything, but now this way I can just throw the bag away and not worry about my phone. Okay guys, so the last time I spoke with you, I was getting my blood work done. Little did I know that I was having, I think it was 5 or 6 vials of blood drawn. So I came home and I did homeschool with Carter, and that went great. He's learning about chickens, so we got that done. But then I just lost everything I had in me, and I took a nap, and then I was a bum the rest of the day. So some days you just can't get it all done, and no matter what, you always need to listen to your body. But anyway, I'm back. It's day 2. We're definitely getting it all done today. I'm fighting through. We are doing this. So the first thing I'm doing now is I'm just gonna go and make my bed. I got a brand new comforter. I've been so excited to put it on, but I was saving it for this video.
We're soaring up high, got no clue. How do I know what I mean to you? Yeah. Say it out loud, spill the truth. Tell me how I'm gonna get close to you. Yeah. High and low, in between, acting out, make a scene. Working on our body language, working on our body language. Baby, now tell me exactly how you feel. I'm just trying to keep it real. Let me love you on the inside, love you on the inside. Tell me exactly what you mean. You mean everything to me. Let me love you on the inside, love you on the inside. Tell me you're lost, feel so blue, leaving me on the spot so confused. Oh baby, tasting so sweet, acting so rude. Won't you tell me what I'm supposed to do? Yeah. High and low, in between, acting out, make a scene. Working on our body language, working on our body language. Baby, now tell me exactly how you feel. I'm just trying to keep it real. Let me love you on the inside, love you on the inside. Tell me exactly what you mean. You mean everything to me. Let me love you on the inside, love you on the inside. Dance on the beat.
started on our next task, which is I got a little, what's it called, like a bar cart from Target. It was very inexpensive. It was under $30, but I just needed something to put all of our homeschool supplies, because right now our dining room table is basically our classroom, and it's a mess because we also eat all of our meals on the dining room table. So we're gonna go ahead and put everything in that bar cart and just organize it really nicely, and it'll make my heart happy, at least until the kids get to it. Alright guys, I'm getting ready to make easy sheet pan fajitas. It's my first time making it, so let's hope it turns out good. And if it does, I'll leave the recipe in the description box. And then I'm also going to be making some blueberry lemon muffins, which is like a huge craving right now and sounds so amazing. So let's go do that. So Chris cut the chicken for me because I just can't right now. I'm going to be cutting some peppers, some garlic and onion, and they on the website have like a fajita seasoning mix you can make out of your own seasonings. This is the fajita seasoning I'm using because we're just keeping it really simple and easy tonight.
It's what you're doing, making me feel like I'm falling. And when you're moving, I can hear my calling. There's no one else here that I see but you. It's what you're doing that's making me feel like I'm falling. Yeah, I'm falling in love. You set my wheels in motion. I'm going crazy for you. I feel like the ocean. I can see you want this too. Cause you've been looking at me all night, trying to figure me out. I just wanna let you know. And I ain't playing no games, baby, you won't change. I only want you. I wanna kiss you before the sun goes down. It's what you're doing, making me feel like I'm falling. And when you're moving, kiss you before the sun goes down. It's what you're doing, making me feel like I'm falling. And when you're moving, I can hear my calling. There's no one else here that I see but you. It's what you're doing that's making me feel like I'm falling. Yeah, I'm falling in love. Yeah, I'm falling in love. Yeah, I'm falling in love. Yeah, I'm falling in love.
All right, you guys, dinner was amazing. You definitely have to make it. You can tell it's much later by the position of my bun. We finished up dinner, had dessert, made a TikTok, which was not on my to-do list. Oh, now I hear Ella crying. But it's hilarious. You have to check it out if you have TikTok. I was saying, one thing that I've learned from this quarantine is to make do with the ingredients that I have, since we're not like going to the store all the time. So unfortunately I have no blueberries, so I'm going to try my best to use frozen strawberries for these lemon muffins, but lemon and strawberry is just like, sounds so good right now, especially because my main cravings are lemonade and pink drinks, which I have not had one, but I really do want a pink drink. But anyway, let's go make these muffins. Alright guys, the muffins are in. My hopes are really low because they just look funky, but hopefully they taste good. But as you just saw me toss those bunny towels, I'm so over my Easter decor and I just want to rip it all down. So that's what I'm going to do while the muffins bake. All right, it is 9:50. The muffins are so good, and I had to use like a lot of different replacements because of allergies in our family. Like I used applesauce instead of eggs, gluten-free flour. They are really, really delicious. It's so nice to have like a pregnancy craving like come to life and taste as good as you were hoping it to. But I'm like out of breath and sweating. My bun is getting worse because I've been dancing to my playlist. If you guys have Spotify, you have to follow my playlist on there. But probably like ages 28 and up would like it, and you have to like rap and hip hop. But it's like oldies and not oldies, I don't know what to call them, early 2000s, but the songs that get you like moving. But anyway, if you want to know that playlist, let me know and I'll give it to you. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and just clean up my mess from the kitchen.
Even if you tried, you wouldn't understand it. Maybe something's missing inside of you. Just a bit of sugar to that horrid bitter. Maybe you taste different. Hold up, baby. I can sit beside you while you're going on about your simple life. Nothing left you thinking that maybe you're not different. Go on, blow up your ego, your undying ego. Oh, look here he goes, stepping on toes with his humble lack and everlasting ego. I guess it never hit you. Our conversation takes two, paying it some interest from time to time. Inside all that greatness and all of your adventures, you're all alone. Hold up, baby. I can sit beside you while you're going on about your simple life. Nothing left you thinking that maybe you're not different. Go on, blow up your ego, your undying ego. Oh, look here he goes, stepping on toes with his truth that maybe you're just not that nice and humble kind. That would be a lie. Go on, blow up your ego, your undenying, undying ego. Oh, look here he goes, stepping on toes with his humble acting, everlasting ego. Oh, here he goes, here he goes, here he goes. Oh, here he goes, oh, here he goes, oh, here he goes, here he goes, here he goes with his humble acting, everlasting ego. Oh, here you are, face to face in this trashy bar. Another glass and I am going places. Makes me laugh about the irony of everything. I like the way you're thinking. I don't really care about the music on the dance floor. I don't really mind all the smokers in the bathroom. I don't care at all, baby. You got my attention. So you were saying, oh no, I don't see the logic of things. It's quite a lonely world that we're living in. Oh baby, you are something special, I'm sure. Everything makes total sense when you're next to me. Wanna go? I am all about adventure times. Another drink and I'll go anywhere. The way you smell, like a flash in the universe. You are illuminating. I don't really care about the people in the bar. Like, I don't really mind all the who goes doing stage dives. I don't care at all, baby. You got my attention. So you were saying, I don't see the logic of things. It's quite a lonely world that we're living in. Oh baby, you are something special, I'm sure. Everything makes total sense when you're next to me.
Alright guys, it's 10:43. I am going to get ready for bed and pass out. I hope that you all enjoyed this Get It All Done video. If you're new here, please don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. And if you've been around for a while and you like my videos, please share them with your friends and family. I'll see you in the next one on Tuesday.